Let's explore the crucial differences in metal roof types for informed choices.
Hi, I'm Howie Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Fall Protection Distributors, and I've recently written a blog about standing seam metal panels versus exposed fastener metal panels or screw down metal panels. So I talk to a lot of customers every day, and I ask them which type of metal roof they have. Do you have standing seam or a screw down roof or an exposed fastener roof? And a lot of them don't know. They don't know the differences. So that's where this blog will help a lot of people, help educate people. And also it talks about the pros and cons of each. But I just wanted to touch base real quick on how to tell which style you have. So typically standing seam is going to be very smooth and clean with no exposed screws. As you can see with a snap lock panel, this one has no striations. Now, standing seam can have some stiffening ribs or striations in it, but you're not going to see any fasteners, horizontal rows of fasteners. When you get to a exposed fastener or screw down roof, normally these are going to be 36-inch wide sheets of metal. In this case, this is what we would call a 12-inch R panel. So these high ribs are 12 inches on center, and that gives you 3 panel valleys per sheet of metal. The more common cut of this would be a 9-inch R panel. So it would look just like this, except you'd have high ribs every 9 inches on center, which gives you 4 panel valleys per sheet. But the easiest way to tell if it's a screw down roof, obviously you're going to look up there and you're going to see horizontal rows of screws. That's the easiest way to tell the difference. So there is a chart here that shows the different standing seam. It's going to be about 95% of the different standing seams out there are going to look like one of these seams. So mechanically fastened, these are machine fastened. This is a bulb seam. This is a T-seam. T-seam, that it's two panels. So there's a U panel and there's a U panel, and then they clip on this batten strip on top, and this makes this T-seam. This is a Butler MR24 style. A lot of companies make this and call it different things, but most of these are 24 inches wide. You have this trapezoidal shape and then a 1-inch seam that's mechanically seamed on top. There's snap lock versions of this. The main purpose of this panel is for lower slope roofs, that it gets the seam up away from this valley in case you get flooding in this valley during heavy rain. So it's a heavy duty commercial panel. Now this is a standing seam snap lock nail strip. So a nail strip, there's a nail flange right here. So you lay this male panel down, you run screws into the substructure of the roof, and then this female panel snaps on top. And when it does, it hides and it seals this. And so when this roof is assembled, it looks like a standing seam, which it is, but it's not a floating standing seam with clips. All these other ones are held on with hidden clips underneath. This one is actually screwed down. So, and then your screw down panels are most of the time are going to look like this. So these are called a lot of different things: R panels, PBR panel, Pro panel, Ag panel. These can be round corrugated. These can be more squared off like this, but this is generally what you're looking at on a screw down or an exposed fastener roof. So, but this article goes into a lot of pros and cons and, cost advantages, things like that. So if you have any questions about any of this content, give us a call. Our number's up here. support@fallpd.com is our email. And this blue button in the bottom right is our live chat during business hours. Be happy to chat with you and help you work through any issues you're having. Let us know how we can help you.